Today we are checking out a game called Once Upon a Galaxy. I got a fresh cup of coffee brewing up, and we're going to jump right into it. This game is recently created. I don't know if you guys follow Magic the Gathering. Luis Scott Vargas, one of the creators, someone I've played with and against before, back when I lived in Vegas. And yeah, this game I think has been a lot of fun. I've been playing it for a couple months now. And yeah, let's see. So we're going to start off by choosing a captain here. I do like Hannibal, but he's not one of my top 5. So yeah, we're going to roll. Ooh, this is interesting. I dislike all these. We're just going to go ahead and go with this one. And I'm going to try to play the Fae game. Oh, this is great. So this is going to come on later on, what does it say, on turn 7. Alright, that works. So we're just going to try to get Wink and try to get some Faes, and hopefully we don't die before we're able to build and stabilize. Alright. I really like Thorn and Rose early on because they strengthen all the future characters you get, and that's kind of the basic strategy I like to play in this game. Try to strengthen your future shops. This seems pretty strong. Alright, let's see how this board does here. That's hot. Let's see. See the steam coming up if I put it right there? Alright, okay, so let's see. This is nice. We won first couple matches. In this game there's 6 opponents. You want to be in top 3 to get any kind of rewards. And obviously first place is the best. Current MMR ranking is in the 2400s. The top players are in the 3000s. Alright, let's see. Interesting choices here. I always prefer creatures over spells. Unless I have Wink, then I might use that. So our choices are the Hungry Hyena or Captain Ahab. Captain Ahab, you can throw him in the back there. Maybe you hit a quest and get an uncommon artifact from that quest. But I'm going to go here, and I'm going to try to use him to move him around and try to get buffs in all my slots for a future quest item that we may see. And then I'm going to move him around. He's an animal. So these two will get buffs in their slots. And we are on the green, the uncommon shop. We could probably take him. Or no, let's take an animal. That'd be better, yeah. Take an animal here. Alright. Our opponent has Prince's Animal. I used to really like Prince's Animal. It used to be one of my favorites, and they nerfed her. It used to be all your characters, animal characters, were all types. Now it's just silver and gold. That's just a nerf. I think she's unplayable now, in my opinion. Ooh, nice. We got Thorn. We'll go ahead and take that. We're replacing? No. So yeah, just by taking your character and throwing it here, it recruits it. And you get those recruit benefits. Alright, I think we go Fortification. Everything's going to have 2 health. This quest would be pretty easy to hit the first time. I might throw Puck away here, mainly because I'm going to be switching this anyway. Alright, we want to make sure all our spots will get a buff, so let's get the last one. We also want to make sure this gets 1 hit in, and it should there. Alright, let's go. See how hot this coffee is. It's drinkable yet. Oh yeah, let's get him. I'm basically the greatest person to ever play this game. That's crush everybody, crush all the souls. Alright, we're going to take Warren Shield. This means that, yeah, the first character in the shop's going to get buffed, as you can see here. They have some more hit points. I haven't, the whole point is to find Wink, and I haven't seen Wink yet, so this is kind of brutal. Okay. I don't really care about this one too much, but this has already got its quest. Giving neighbors some extra buffs, or this can just get buffed its own. I don't know, I don't really like my neighbors. I mean, in real life, I love my neighbors. Here in Florida. Vegas, not so much. Oh man, what do we want here? We're gonna replace Stepsisters. I've played this in the past and it just like never goes off, but it is. And I'm not keeping it long term, so I'd rather it buff some neighbors, I guess. And I guess I'd rather it buff that. Really? I don't know. They're all kind of weak. We need some better things, and we got just kind of garbage here, but I don't want that spell, so we'll just flip this. And we're probably losing now. That everyone had a chance to like have some power spikes, and we didn't. Yeah, we're expecting to lose that, but it wasn't too bad. It was only half a heart, so this is a nice skin. I haven't seen that before. Alright, so if we can do some stuff here, then we can recover that heart. This is tough. Shanti we really like. That's every time they hunt, gets to buff the shop. Puss in Boots would give us an artifact. But we're going to go ahead and get Shanti. I'm going to replace that. Davy Jones, sure, we'll take Davy Jones. Okay, so do we want Shanti here? Yeah, because we have the 8. Yeah. Shanti or Shanty? I'm pretty good at math. But something about just pronouncing words I am terrible at. Alright. That's bad. We got no hunts at all. Their front line was strong. But at least we only lost half a heart here. If we had a full heart, they would have taken a full heart because they had 3 left. So that's getting beat pretty bad. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be very strong for us yet because it's just +1/+1. Wink would have been buffing this the whole time. Ouch. Yeah, that's what I can say. These 2 artifacts will still get buffed. Okay, so right now we want artifacts. That's the main game plan. Let's get artifacts. Blackjack, somebody that could do that for us. Let's see. This will buff the phase. This is good because that will buff this. So we'll take that. It's now 2-1. That's going to buff both of those. Game Boy Color. All right, let's see. The question is, which way do we want Shanti? This is going to buff the slot no matter what. We really want Blackjack to survive. We're just all kind of weak right now. We want artifacts really bad. Alright, I think we'll do this. Maybe. No, we gotta go there. We gotta go there. Rough. We're getting just destroyed here. At least we only lost half a heart, but we did nothing to like improve our situation. This didn't get a hunt. This didn't get a hunt. This didn't survive. Alright, well we want artifacts so we can take advantage of this. So we'll get a silver thing here. Really want artifacts. Okay, here's an artifact. I think I'm going to say bye to this. I just don't think it hits enough. And we can put Davy Jones there instead. Davy Jones will hit. Okay, this is interesting. this can just have exponential growth with this. However, this buffs the other artifacts and this buffs that. I think we have to take this. Man, they're both really good. Yeah, I think this is just, can really stack. Alright, Davy Jones, yes, you really love another artifact. Okay, we don't need this anymore, we did the quest. I think we're going to get Stinky, and then we're going to do something like that. This just isn't hitting. Nothing, everything's kind of weak. 18. Well, it'll get a little stronger. I think it'll get to 20. No, they're not. So this will buff the treasures 2-1. This will get 2-1. This will get 2-1, which will give this 2-1, so 4. So this should go up to 20, 22. Because this will get the 2-1 buff twice from this and that. Okay, 22. We'll see what their toughness are. Not enough. Oh, it did not get to, it did get to 22. Okay, so math was mathin'. Alright, we're down to 1 heart. We can get taken out. But we have a lot of potential for some strong growth. And getting artifacts are going to help. So we need artifacts with buffs, and none of these have any buffs. Okay, so Pirates Treasure Hoard, which would be this. And this treasure hoard of 2, that'll give it +3, +6. Next, epic character recruits golden. Ooh, okay, so we could take this, and that just means we get another artifact that could be better. But then we're also stuck taking that golden epic character that we might not even use, maybe passing up on something else. So we're going to take this. This will improve these 2 characters. And let's see. This would improve Shanti and Tinkerer. I love the Don, but he's just not strong enough to make an impact right now. Do we want to get this on the board even? No, I think we just flip it, make these a little bit stronger. Give my treasure some more buffs. I think this is the end of the line for us. They look too strong. End of the line. Alright, well there you go. There's a little bit of this game. We're hoping we could have done a little bit better. But what's fun is you can just flip these games, play them really quick, just jump right into another one. And it's also on mobile. And I played it on mobile. And it does, it works really well on mobile, and I think that's going to be the biggest factor in this game, that it's so easy to play on mobile. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game's future. I'm also looking forward to seeing if they're going to have any kind of tournaments or events. I think this game's been out for quite a while. I think I saw some content posted of gameplay back in May. I've been playing it for about 2 months. I've been able to max all my characters out. And now that now I get gems instead of cards, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Be subscriber number 19. We're at 18 right now. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.